I recorded the earlier portion of this podcast episode right before getting on a coaching call. And the way that everything that I just spoke about came up on that call, the way that she really reaffirmed that I need to give myself permission to flesh out my ideas, give myself permission to pour into my work. I don't have to be in a rush. I can pace myself. I can figure it as I go. I can ask for help. Please ask for help. Please learn how to delegate. Please learn how to manage your time and your energy. What do you have the capacity for and what do you not have the capacity for? That was such an empowering conversation. Everything, I'm so glad that I recorded that because everything I just shared came up in that conversation. And she was like, I'm wondering if, take your time to work this out. She doesn't even know, right? She doesn't know anything. Take your time to work this out. Like, give yourself a year or two to really develop this into a solid thing. Girl, I was trying to figure it out by 2 months from now. Next month? It's not 2 months. It's August. I was like, it needs to be perfect by September. This lady said, give yourself 2 years. Matter of fact, give yourself 10 years. Excuse me? Everything happens for a reason. And like whatever the word is that God has for you in a season, you will find out one way or another. It'll come up in conversations. I was talking to my friends about it. I just spoke to her about it. I'm doing the reflection internally. That's the word. That's the word of the season. That's the word of the season. And so I'm so grateful that, she poured so much into me. It was a coaching session through the grant program that I'm in. It was supposed to be an hour-long conversation. We spoke for 3 hours. She listened to me. She let me vent. She let me dream. She let me share so much. And she told me to pace myself. She reminded me, hey, you're onto something. But you don't have to do it all tomorrow. Slow growth. Take your time, lYnN. Give yourself space, lYnN. Take your time, lYnN. That was crazy. I feel so energized. I'm gonna go run outside and scream. Because whatever word is for you, it will find you. It will punch you in the face if it has to. Now, if you want to listen or not, that's on you. But that's my word of the season.
Here we go.
I fall in love with myself, and I want someone to share it with me.
Hello, hi. I had a realization yesterday, and I wanted to document this because I'm very proud of myself. And yeah, I love documenting these moments where I'm figuring myself out in real time. This is literally the concept of this podcast, right? I'm figuring out how to speak up for myself, how to advocate for myself, even to me. Because in a situation like this, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. It's me. Not too much of my girl. Let me explain myself. But listen to the last episode for full context, right? But I'm hanging out with my friends yesterday, and I'm trying so hard to be present, but also I had to sacrifice a lot to be present for my friends, right? It's real. We are adults navigating things, and so if you're gonna show up for someone, there's something has to fall on the back burner to be present with our friends and our family and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like there's a weekend that I want to be here. But I was so overwhelmed when thinking ahead to Monday. Like, I have so many calls back to back. I have so much on my plate right now. It's not even funny. I'm in the midst of planning like 2 to 3 exhibitions, workshops, my own installation project for one of the exhibitions. And so it's like my attention is being pulled in so many different directions. Mind you, I'm working and I have family and I have responsibilities and I have things to take care of, right? And so I'm taking this weekend off to be present with my friends and to celebrate with them. But also I'm like, I have so many calls back to back to back. I had, 2 coaching sessions, 2 exhibition meetings, 1 brainstorming session. Like, it's just back to back type of day. And so I was literally sneaking away while being with my friends to like find 10 minutes to at least brainstorm or something, like open my notes app and like just put a couple of notes in there when it comes to this meeting that I have, or I want to make sure I bring this up in that meeting, or I have a leadership coach. I mean, yeah, did I tell you I'm in leadership coaching? Yeah, I'm aiming for the top. I got me a leadership coach, and so I didn't do my homework this week. So I had to sneak away to do my homework to get ready for the call, which was also supposed to be today, but it was postponed. And so like again, so much on my plate, right? So much back to back. And anyways, thinking ahead to the fall, I feel like I'm about to have an amazing fall season with so many doors opening that have opened for me, and I really appreciate that. But I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. And so I'm sitting in the car with my friends, and I have a moment where I'm like, it's almost like I felt like the Holy Spirit was like, why are you in a rush? Like, why are you rushing? I was like, who said that? Ain't nobody rushing. It's just that I have to do it now while there are eyes on me, or while I'm still in this program and I'm trying to get through, and I just want to make sure I'm making the best use of all of it. And I really sat there and I was like, why am I rushing? Why am I rushing? You know, I've been talking about September all year. September is next month. Or talking exhibitions. I wanted to do workshops. I wanted to host events. I wanted to host networking events. I wanted to put my work in multiple exhibitions. I wanted to do craft fairs. Girl, the year just took a different turn. Also, now it's August. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's still possible for September. Huh? September is 15 days away. And so I really sat there and I was like, why am I rushing? Why am I rushing? I got this grant, right? I think for me, okay, let's uncover this, right? This is literally it, unpacking things in real time. I think for me, it's like the other people that I was in the grant program with, they had tangible things that they did as soon as possible. But like while people were pursuing their creative things, I was in a season of my life where I'm just settling into this new thing that I've been joined into. So I haven't had much time to pour into my artistry as much as I feel like other people have, right? And so I'm like, I need to do something as soon as possible to prove to these people that I'm worthy of having this thing. And it's like, you don't have to prove that you're worthy of having it. You already got it, girl. You got it. You got it. Like, it's all you. You got it since the top of the year. And so why are you applying pressure on yourself? Because it's like, dang, it's like every time they posted the monthly newsletter, people were like, I have an exhibition. People were like, I got this going on. I got that going on. I have this event. I have this project. Da, da, da. And I'm like, I'm working, girl. I'm settling into my new job. I'm trying to figure my life out. And so with that unconscious comparison, here I am applying unnecessary pressure on myself. As part of this grant program, we have the opportunity to put our work in a collective exhibition. So it's like a recap of our cohort. And it's like, oh, this is the work that we created, or this is what we worked on, da da da. And so that is required, right? Everybody's supposed to put something in it. But I'm like, also that month, I'm gonna host a workshop. And also that month, let me cook. Also that month, I'm gonna host a networking event. No, I wasn't gonna host a workshop. I was gonna host a retreat. Wait. Silly Billy, hearing this out loud, are you okay? I'm moving. Well, granted, it's not, listen, I'm moving with the energy of somebody who has a team of 50 people, which, thank you, Jesus, I receive it, but we're not there yet. And so I literally put this on my calendar. If I can open my calendar right now, there's one Saturday that I'm hosting a networking event because I wanted to start hosting a series of networking events, brunches or whatever. And then that following week, I'm hosting a 2-day retreat. The following week is the exhibition opening. And then the following, like 2 weeks later, is the opening of another exhibition that I'm helping plan. Excuse me? And that's September into November, into October, November, and it's in August. Girl, how, when, how, why, what? And so I'm sitting in the car and I'm like, why are you in a rush? What do you have to prove? Who do you have to prove what to? Girl, you got it. You're in the program. You got the grant. You got the funding. You used it when you need to use it. And you know, it's kind of like best practice is like use the funds the year that you get it. But it's just like, I'm navigating life. I'm busy. I'm working on other projects. I'm doing things. And I just don't have the capacity right now to be hosting all of these events back to back. And I don't have to. There was no pressure put on me. Every time I spoke to my mentor, she was like, you good, do your thing. But I put this unnecessary pressure on myself. And now I'm crumbling under the weight of it. And now I have executive dysfunction and I don't want to do nothing. Who am I mad at? Who's the problem? Her. And so yesterday, as I sat in the car, I for the first time, I actually started thinking about the installation piece that I'm putting together for the required exhibition. That's something that I have to participate in. I was like, why am I splitting my attention in so many different ways when I can really focus on like what is in front of me? What are the opportunities that are here right now? Focus on those, because like those will give me the momentum that I need to kick back my own things that I want to do, right? This is a required thing. It's like a required homework assignment. You know what I mean? But like from that, like folks will be introduced to Aura. Folks will be introduced to the work that we're doing, and they'd be like, "Oh shoot, this is dope. Can I join?" And that. But if I do like a mediocre job or I don't participate or whatever, like I'm cutting myself short. And the other exhibition that I'm helping curate and plan, that's a huge opportunity for me to be like, yeah, curator. I told y'all I was finna curate a show. It's happening in November. And I'm planning programming and I'm planning outreach, but I haven't been able to give my attention to it because my attention is split in 50 different ways. And so what if, okay, we know that takes us from 5 to 2, right? The 3 things that I wanted to do myself, and then 2 things that are required of me. These are things that I have agreed to that will be happening. What if I give my all to these 2 things that I have agreed to? And then whatever momentum that comes from those 2 things can carry me as I'm doing the other things. And now we're flowing, we're vibing, and we good. Doors are opening, resources are here. Like, I'm making a name for myself. I'm creating my own space. I'm paving my own path. Like, you're still on time. You're still on track, girl. What's the rush? What's the rush? What are you trying to prove? Who are you trying to prove it to? What's going on? Is everything okay at home? So that was literally part of my homework for leadership coaching. My homework for this week was to, one of my development goals currently is I'm combating overthinking. Girl, overthinking. I can get in my head. And once I get in my head, girl, I'm not coming back out. Also, I'm not doing anything. I'm not getting anything done. And so my challenge for this week was to document how I've been combating overthinking, and then what the things that cause me to overthink, and then the steps that I'm taking to combat it, right? And I have them written out, but specifically, this is something that I wanted to point out, that I'll be sure to present to my teacher, that I'm proud of myself for realizing, for something clicked in my mind, like, hello? I've also been overthinking about all the opportunities that have been presented to me for the fall, not even realizing that I literally do not have the capacity to do so many events, workshops, planning so many things for September through November when it's literally already August. I literally just said these things out. I didn't even read this. I didn't even remember how I wrote it. So literally I have a moment where I was like, what's the rush? What can be postponed? what is not as urgent? It's important. It's very important. It's important for me to be doing the work that I need to be doing, for me to carry out the work that I'm supposed to carry out, for me to show up, for me to create, for me to build an audience, for me to build community. Like, this, it's important. Is it urgent? What's urgent? What needs me urgently? And how am I giving it my full undivided attention right now? I do a mediocre job at my first opportunity to exhibit my work in 2021. 4 years, just because I wanted to have a networking event, which I can have anytime, any day of the week, any time. A good kiki. I get the chance to exhibit my work in an exhibition for the first time in 4 years, since 2021. And I do a mediocre job because of overthinking, because I put too much on my plate, because I didn't see the importance of focusing on what's urgent, what needs you urgently, where to focus your energy. It's huge. I've missed out on so many opportunities in the past because I didn't know how to prioritize. I'm like, everything is important, everything is urgent, everything needs to be done right now. No. I sold myself short a lot of times. I didn't give my all to opportunities that I received because of overthinking, because of overwhelm, pressure that I put on myself. Nobody put pressure on me. Nobody. But me. Stick to literally what is required of you to do. Stick to what is required of you to do. Literally. And I even literally put that somewhere. I get so overwhelmed when I'm going into a new week. Literally, oh my gosh, I can't read this English. I get so overwhelmed when I'm going into a new week. I'm literally, it puts me in a freeze. And so beyond the weekly brain dumps I've been focusing on the day itself, because usually my days are so stacked with back-to-back meetings. And so even if I have a daunting to-do list in front of me, I now have a clear picture of what my day is going to look like. And so I just follow that most days. And then when I have pockets of time, then I can tackle my to-do list. It's very similar. Focus on what's in front of you. Thankfully, the way my days are structured, it's like, you know what you got going on, girl. You have this meeting, that meeting, this, you know what's going on. Focus on that. This is how I'm learning to prioritize in this season. I don't even know what the word is. I just wanted to document it. I wanted to document this, the stickiness of it, of me figuring this out. I want to do a good job. I want to create good work. I don't want to create mediocre work because I'm everywhere at all times doing everything to prove what to who. No, I want to build a name for myself. I want to do a really good job. I want to have a really good reputation. And anything I produce, it will be excellent. I'm not taking anything less than that. That's a requirement. That's the standard. Excellence is the standard around here. And if that means going slow, and if that means missing out on certain things, and if that means delaying, then it is what it is. I don't know why I'm getting all gangster like it. I'm mad at myself. But I'm learning and I'm trying. And that's what I wanted to document real quick. That's the permission I'm giving myself. What can I take off my plate? What's important but not urgent? Let's save it for later. Let's put a pin in that. Let's focus on what is required of us right now. What opportunities are in front of you right now that you're not taking full advantage of because you're overthinking about what's five steps down the way. Stay right here. Stay right here. I do this to myself. I'm like, girl, stay right here. Stay right here. Stay right here. Yeah. I don't want to do. What is it? Ooh. What is it again? Oh, wait, no, I don't think this is a good example. Wait, a master. Wait, what is it again? Oh, master of none. What's that quote? I'm looking it up right now. Wait. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. No, that's not what I wanted to say. I was gonna say it's better to do 2 things excellently than to do 10 things and they're all mediocre. That's not scratch that. I'm not referring to this. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than no, that's not the quote. That's not the quote. Scratch that. I'm keeping that in. But like, I want to do one thing excellently and then disappear. Then to always be present. Oh gosh, lYnN is doing another thing. lYnN is producing another project and it's like mediocre like the last. No, that's not gonna be my reputation. I can't have it. I can't have that. And so that means I'm going slower. If that means going back to the drawing board often, if that means booking mentoring sessions with my mentors, like to constantly like, hey girl, do you see the vision? Do you get it? If that means, again, brainstorming, just doing work in the background where I'm not sharing anything online. It looks like everybody else is winning. It looks like everybody else is opening an exhibition. It looks like everybody else is hosting events. And I'm like, I'm sitting here, I'm applying for grants. I'm in this Word doc every day with my mentor. Like, girl, let's put together this creative brief. Let's put together this marketing plan. I don't know. I'm in conversations. I'm in the background. I'm quiet. I'm not online. I'm not on socials. But I'm pouring into my work. I'm pouring into my artistry. And so when I pop out, you will see me. Because I want to pour that level of effort and intentionality into the work that I produce. So I'm giving myself permission to not do things. Someone shared that in our cohort of the program that I'm in. He was like, as you're creating a to-do list, also create a to-don't list. Give yourself permission to not do certain things. And so I'm giving myself permission not to try to force this networking event situation that I'm trying to do. Let's leave it for the spring. I'm not even thinking about winter. Just TBD, actually. It could all be whatever. It's a party. It's a turn up. You can plan that anytime. Let's not focus on that right now. The workshop series I want to host, I want to sit down and be so intentional about every last detail. I was going to host it in the most random place. Because I'm just like, everything else is fully booked. Gallery spaces are fully booked. Like, art spaces are booked for the next 2 years. I'm like, okay, I'll just host it in a random co-working space. No. Excellence. The speakers, the topics of conversation, all of the things that we do will be very, very intentional. And it can't be intentional if I'm doing it in a rush. It can't be intentional if I'm trying to plan this thing in 2 minutes and I'm like, okay, I did it here. I had an event. Nah. So if that means postponing it, then so be it. So those are the things I'm allowing myself not to do. And then I do have to do an amazing job for the installation I'm going to have in my first group show in a billion years. And it's coming along and I'm really proud of myself because it's stretching me in a new capacity. And I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I've been doing research. I've been doing this for a very long time. It's part of me, so it feels so natural to be like, oh, let me present this new medium to the world as my signature. It's gonna be my signature medium from now on. And so anytime you see it, you're gonna be like, oh, that's a lYnN. Because it's been 5 years in the making, plus 5+ years in the making. I'm gonna share more info soon. I can give you guys an idea of like what my vision is looking like for the installation piece that I'm putting together for my exhibition in the fall. Everything is up in the air right now, but I can share details as I go. If you are interested, follow me on TikTok or Instagram for more real-time updates. Because, you know, I like schedule these episodes, so timeline might be off a bit. So there's that, and then I'm helping a friend with his exhibition. So not only am I back in my multidisciplinary artist bag, I'm in my curator bag, I'm in my programming bag, I'm in my outreach bag. It feels good. I'm allowing myself to go slow. I'm giving myself permission to go slow in this season. That works for me. Anxiety and overwhelm, and for what, girl? To prove what to who? To prove what to don't make me shout. I don't want to shout. I don't want to shout. Okay, so that's what's on my mind. That's what I'm thinking about. That feels good. That feels really, really good. I hope you received something from it. I hope this fed you in a way. Give you permission to not do all of the things. Focus your energy where it needs to be focused. Look at my hair. My hair looks so crazy, y'all. I don't know what to do with her. She's a free black woman who often practices her free will. And so yeah. Okay. Thanks for being here, holding space with me. Thanks for holding my hand. Okay. Bye.
I fall in love with myself, and I want someone to share it with me.